So today I'm back with episode 16 of my FIFA 14 career mode with Arsenal, and today we've got the Capital One Cup final against QPR, and that's going to be the only game in this episode, so I'm going to try and show the whole game if I can, or as much as I can without the video becoming boring. And this game is the biggest game of the season so far. It's really important that I win it, because if I win this, it means I complete one of my objectives, which is to win a domestic cup, and it doesn't look like I'm on course to get my league objective, which is winning the league, and getting to the semi-finals of the Champions League is going to be difficult, so this is my best chance to complete at least one objective. So this is the team I'm going with for this game. It is pretty much what I would consider my first team, and it is pretty much fully fit. Some players a little bit below top stamina, but they're all in the dark green. Obviously not Szczesny, but he's a keeper, so it doesn't really matter. Apart from Szczesny, the rest are in the dark green, so that is good. So let's get into the Capital One Cup final at Wembley against QPR.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Capital One Cup final. Today it's Arsenal against Queen's Park Rangers. So without further ado, we're off to Wembley Stadium. Here's your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Well, here we are for the conclusion of this excellent tournament, the League Cup, the English League Cup. It is now down to these two teams in the final, and what a prize to play for.
Yeah, big trophy these days, isn't it? Big trophy, full house. It should be a cracker.
Referee for this game is Ian Lowcroft. Andrew Johnson, his last season in the game, possibly.
And once your reactions slow down, I mean, it's such an integral part of the position, and he feels maybe that he's not what he was.
I don't know whether we'll see him play today. He's on the bench, but he's perhaps just phasing himself out of the professional game. Retirement has been the talk.
Yeah, I'm sure he wouldn't take that decision lightly. I mean, he's had a really good career that he can look back on with a great deal of pride, but it does seem he's coming towards the end.
So here we go, kick-off in the Capital One Cup final, QPR with it. And I was looking at QPR's team as the intro was going on there, and they actually look like they have a decent side. Like, they've got quite a lot of strong players in there, like Asuakato, ex-Spurs at this point. That's a good ball in from him, and it's gone right over Sean Wright-Phillips' head, who was another player who I was looking at, and they've got quite a few good players, QPR do. So I'm not saying it's going to be a hugely difficult game because they are in the Championship in this year, but it won't be an easy game, I don't think. It will still be a challenge because they've got such a number of quality players and ex-Premier League players. Andrew Johnson and Bobby Zamora up front, Julio Cesar in goal as well. I've got Khedira down the line here, which is an interesting place for him to be. Going to put a ball in. No, that's not a good cross at all. Walcott can't get his head to it. Sanya can't get there before Zamora either. And now Matt Phillips has the ball. He's another one who played in the Premier League. Scored that 40-yard screamer against Crystal Palace, I remember. Probably one of the best Premier League goals of all time. But, yeah, I'm moving forward with the ball again here. Walcott has it. Up to Lewandowski. Can't go forward with it there. That's dropped to Walcott, though. Up to Ozil, now to Khedira. I didn't actually want that to happen. Wanted the initial ball to Ozil. I saw Lewandowski running outside there. Couldn't quite get the ball to him, but I've got it to him now. Although I want Lewandowski more central. I don't really want him where he was there. So I just got to move the ball around a bit. And Lewandowski's still out here. But I wanted the 1-2 with Ozil there. Wouldn't have been able to get it. Up to Vermaelen. What is Vermaelen doing in that position there? That's a very interesting place for Vermaelen to be. He does like to stray from his position, just Thomas Vermaelen. We saw earlier in the season he did cross for a goal. Oh, that's poor from Sanya, but I've got the ball back. We saw earlier in the season Vermaelen made a cross for a goal. Going to play a 1-2 there. I couldn't quite clip it through to Ozil, but Walcott has intercepted it there. Can I keep it? I can't. Nader Manure, he had the ball there. He's another one. He used to play for Man City, and that's a really good ball through to Andy Johnson there, but Vermaelen does tidy it up and Koscielny can finish getting it away. Walker almost tackled there, and he's fouled. Surely he was fouled there by Phillips. He tried to get the pass away and Phillips has caught his leg, but no foul given. Back to Asuakoto and now move forward to Bobby Zamora, and they've just played it back here. First chance of the game really for QPR to have a bit of possession, but they have played it straight out of play there. You take that throw and throw it backwards. Just took a little second to rest my voice while the ball was out of play. But now the ball's back in play. Move the ball forward to Lewandowski here, but no one's really up. And yeah, I couldn't really get the ball to Khedira there. And I did intercept the ball there, but I have given it away after the interception. That's a ball through to Johnson here, and Alaba. And yeah, I think that might have been a pass back to Szczesny, but you know, the game doesn't really recognise them, so I'll just accept what happened and get that ball up to Alaba there and try and run inside, but couldn't get it inside. Now we'll take this throw into Oxlade-Chamberlain. Move the ball into Arteta. Lewandowski was making himself available there. Now get to Ozil. Oh, Lewandowski's a mile offside. Shouldn't have played that. Ball ran straight through to the keeper anyway, and he is going to boot it forward. Vermaelen doesn't make the header, but it's dropped to Koscielny. Now I can move it to Arteta here. Up to Ozil, to Lewandowski. If I get Oxlade-Chamberlain running out on the wing here. Oh, Simpson just was on the other side there where I didn't expect him to be. Meant he was able to make the tackle, but Alaba's got the throw in here. Throw it to Vermaelen, then Vermaelen can play it to Khedira. I need to move it around a bit quicker because QPR feel like they have set up quite well. Walcott was just offside there. I thought he might have just been on. Let me see this again. Okay, he's not just offside. He's actually a mile off. QPR have played that free kick short from the offside there. Now I move to my half. Joey Barton. Oh, Arteta's given the ball away. He did tackle Barton first and then just gave the ball straight away. Now QPR have got the ball in a good position here, and Joey Barton has it, and he's just fallen over. Please don't say that's a penalty, because I did not touch him. Okay, it's not good. I was worried that was going to be a penalty there, but I knew I didn't even touch him. I didn't even try and make a challenge. He just fell over, so I'm glad that wasn't given as a penalty. I was worried for a second, because you never know with FIFA games. Anything can happen, and it can go against you, which it didn't there, fortunately. Now Alaba is running on the outside of me. That's a good ball to him. Going to get a cross in. He's taking an extra touch, which I don't want. Lewandowski heads it, though. And Lewandowski, after 41 minutes, puts us into the lead of the Capital One Cup final. And it has been a quiet game so far. Not much has really happened. QPR might have had maybe a chance or two. That's really our first clear chance of the game, though. And Lewandowski with a good header into the net. And I've noticed this season, Lewandowski is a big game player. He's got a heap of goals in the Champions League, way more than a goal a game. But in the Premier League, he's not scored many. But in the FA Cup as well, he's got more than a goal a game in that, or it might have been in the Capital One Cup. One of them competitions. I think he's got more than a goal a game in that as well. And he scores in the Capital One Cup final here and puts us in the lead of the game. Yeah, he's got 3 goals in the Cup, and I noticed before the game as well, Bentner is the leading scorer in the Capital One Cup, so plenty of goals for our strikers in this competition. Now QPR will kick off again here after just going behind just before the break, so just need to kind of see it out to half-time now to take a 1-0 lead into the break. Although, could I go 2-0 up here? Oxlade-Chamberlain can't get the ball through. Barton blocks that attempt. I'm sure I saw it was the 43rd minute already, but it's just gone to it anyway. I'm just waffling to myself. Tried to get the ball through there, and Lewandowski couldn't get to it. I was just thinking out loud with the thing with the 43rd minute. Don't know really where I was going with the commentary for it, and that is an offside there. And that's what you're going to get with trying to do a full game commentator. You are going to get a little bit of waffle probably just to try and fill the gaps. But Oxlade-Chamberlain was running there. Can I get that knockdown? I have. Lewandowski can get onto it, and Cesar makes a save, but I think Lewandowski was offside. Yeah, he is just offside from that header. And QPR take that free kick there, and it should be about half-time now, I would have thought. Zamora makes a tackle, but there was 3 minutes signalled, I think, of stoppage time, so it should be about half-time anytime now. And that is half-time, and we do take a 1-0 lead into the break of the Capital One Cup final. So, a decent first half, but I think we can do better, but I'm not going to complain too much. And that really was a quiet half. The only shot of the game so far resulted in the goal. So we need a better second half here, so I'm not just waffling so much, trying to fill gaps. I need to actually have some entertaining football to commentate about here. So Lewandowski can play it out to Alaba there. Oxlade-Chamberlain is running down the line. Cut it back on the defender. I see Ozil running through there. Try and get the ball to him. He can't get his head to it. That was always going to be quite an ambitious pass. But I can keep the move going here. Up to Alaba. Couldn't get it to Oxlade-Chamberlain. But Vermaelen can keep the ball moving forward. I don't want Lewandowski all the way up here. But he is running forward now. Walcott has been tackled. Sanya can just keep possession. And I have got a free kick here, and I would have rather have actually had the advantage there because Khedira was in a good position with that. And I don't really know what to do with this free kick here. I think I'm just going to call someone short. That isn't actually what I wanted. I'm going to call a third player. I'm just going to lay it off here to Arteta, and then I'll just pass it forward. Didn't really know what to do with that there, but I think it could work here if Koscielny could actually play a ball. I didn't actually want that to Lewandowski. I wanted it to Oxlade-Chamberlain, who was running outside, but that's a waste of that free kick then. And yeah, I said I didn't want the free kick. I would have preferred the advantage, and the advantage definitely would have worked better for me. And QPR have just made a sub here. Charlie Austin has come on replacing Andy Johnson. So Charlie Austin, another pretty decent player. A lot of their players are sort of players which would have been good in the Premier League. Oh my God, they're going to equalise. Oh, he's offside, thank God. I thought that was 1-1 there. And let's see, he is a mile off. Chesney makes a good save from the initial effort, and then Zamora comes in and he scores from an offside position. Yeah, what I was saying, QPR, a lot of their players, probably players who were too good for the Championship but not good enough for the Premier League. Though Charlie Austin at points was good in the Premier League. Alaba jumped over the ball there, and that really slowed his momentum, which I didn't want because I wanted to be able to get a cross in. And he wasn't really able to in the end, and I've missed that tackle, and now QPR can bring the ball forward here, but Vermaelen makes that tackle, and Koscielny moves it forward to Khedira. Now I can run forward with Khedira, which was, that was a stupid idea. Just ran into trouble and lost the ball. And Khedira's not really sort of the player with the ability to run at players, so not something I should have done, really. Now QPR are coming forward with the ball. It's played into Nico Cranchar there. That's out of play, that probably is, yeah. And I think, is this when Harry Redknapp was QPR manager? Is that why Nico Cranchar's playing for him? Possibly it is. Nico Cranchar is one that definitely played under Harry Redknapp twice, if not 3 times. I know he did at Spurs and at Portsmouth. And I think he did at QPR, and I think that'll be this time as well. Even though he might not have been QPR manager at this point, he probably signed for QPR under Redknapp, and I couldn't quite move the ball onto Walcott there. Just wanted to play one more, and I couldn't quite get it off. And that's a big touch there. I thought I might be able to nip in and nick the ball, and I couldn't. Oxlade-Chamberlain putting pressure on Sean Wright-Phillips there. Not able to get the ball, but Khedira should win that, and he has. And I'm just going to play that ball through, and that was ambitious, yeah. Probably shouldn't have played that. But 70 minutes played here, just 20 minutes to go now, and we are still leading 1-0. And the game, honestly, hasn't really got any more entertaining. We could do with maybe a couple more chances here, because my voice is getting tired of just waffling here, and I'm really struggling just to find anything to commentate about, because the play hasn't been great. I'm just sort of just having to go off topic and go on tangents. But here we go. Here's something. Walcott's running down the line here. Not a great touch, so Asuoko is catching him up. I'm going to have to cross it in. That's a really heavy cross. Not made it to anyone. Can Khedira win that? And he can't. See, I don't know why Walcott just had such a poor touch there. If he had a better touch, he could have just taken it in his stride, ran down the line and put a way better cross in. But as it was, he wasn't able to. But I've won the ball back there, and Vermaelen's been tackled, and he's not got the ball back, and he's just about managed to keep it. And this is a good position. I've tried to get Lewandowski running there, and I've just held on the ball for too long. And Walcott's made a good interception there, and I'm going to give the ball away. Well, that should have selected Lewandowski, I would have thought there. Ozil's won the ball, and it's just going back and forth between possession now, like a basketball game, just switching possession. And Khedira made a tackle, couldn't keep the ball there, and I'm just struggling to keep a hold of the ball at the minute. That's a good ball through from QPR. Koscielny does make an interception, and I have a chance for some possession now. Can I hold on to it? Just want to move it around a little bit just to keep the ball. Lewandowski's running there, but if I get Sanya running on the outside... Okay, I'm actually going to get that back to Walcott there. And it's another one. He's just not taking it in his stride, so he's not been able to run away from Asuoko. And that has played the pass where I wanted to, but Oxlade-Chamberlain didn't lock onto it there. And that is a ball over the top. Sean Wright-Phillips has ran onto it. Alaba should deal with that, and he does. And there's not even been any sort of stoppage in play for me to make subs here. I'm still playing with the team I started with in the 87th minute here, but I can get the ball through to Ozil there. Nope, it's bounced off his heel and gone out of play. And we're in the 89th minute here, and I'm thinking about subs, but honestly at this point there's not much point. And Fallen is just walking around in circles for some reason. I don't know what he's doing. Can I skip this? Okay, yeah. I don't think that would have skipped that if I wouldn't have skipped it myself. So Charlie Austin has the ball here now. Khedira has won it. Ozil's got the ball now. Chance to play it through to Lewandowski, and it has got through to him. Lewandowski with a chance for a second of the game, and it has been saved by Cesar. And I can't get on the rebound. And that's going to drop to Arteta here. I am just going to hit that. That probably, yeah, wasn't the best idea. But I actually had a second chance of the game there. But that is the end of the game, and we do win the Capital One Cup final in one of the most boring games of the season. But it doesn't matter. I've managed to commentate through the whole episode, so hopefully I've managed to keep it entertaining enough. And now I will be quiet so we can watch the celebrations.
Look at the joy in their faces. Wonderful.
To be top of the pile in a competition. No wonder you're seeing unbridled joy here.
I think deserving winners. They played well in the final as they did over the course of the tournament. Well done, lads.
Well, up they go. And memories that will live with them for the rest of their lives. To win this tournament, what it means for those players. Wonder the bounce is back in them.
You've got all your family up in the stands. You'll be watching down Burnley, and certainly a huge feeling of pride within that team. Why not? Thoroughly deserved winners.
Beautifully staged, the final as well. To come, match fireworks. They provided the fireworks on the pitch. Terrific team, and they're placed in the history books.
Time to enjoy, time to celebrate.
Oh yeah, look at the stats after that. We had 3 shots, QPR had 1. That's got to be one of the most boring Capital One Cup finals of all time. But we still got the win. We still completed one of my objectives, so I'm still happy with it. And there we go, confirmed that we are winners. And you can see the route we took to get here. Honestly, we did have a pretty easy route other than the Chelsea game. But still, a win's a win. And I've got an achievement for winning that competition. And I've been given a whole 85,000 in my transfer budget for winning that. What a big prize. But now, after winning the Capital One Cup final there, that is the end of this episode. I know it was a bit of a boring game, but I hope I managed to keep you entertained enough with my commentary all the way through the game. So if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to carry on watching this series, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.